fucking...
And now I
Welcome.
have split.
Welcome to my sinister underground lair.
This is all that's left. Ah!
It's fine. Just ignore it. It's fine.
The table just tried to eat me. This is what happens in COVID, dude.
It's absolutely not an ironing board with a tablecloth over it. Shut
How
up.
we roll. It's keep it classy, not keep it fucking table.
Not allowed to make fun of me. I'm trying my best. I like that rule now, actually.
It is. It's the.
Because as long as you try your best, mostly. Like,
I'm gonna put shades on.
well, I mean, there are rules about, like, I'm not going to try surgery. Because my best's just not going to cut it there.
We're in your garage.
Well, yeah, that's my point, is I'm not going to try surgery.
Yeah, I know. That's
I
what I'm
can
saying.
try-
I could get on this and it would instantly flop and fall on the floor.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
knock me out, then I'll wake up missing a kidney.
Your back will be destroyed.
I find there's lots of cool things in this. There's a Bunnings hat over here.
Oh yeah, no, this is my garage of wonder. We're actually in my my muscle palace at the moment. This is usually where I do my fucking workouts and shit.
You want a sausage sizzle? You want a sausage by sizzle?
Sizzle my sausage? G'day, love.
G'day.
How about you sizzle my sausage?
Odd Job should have been Australian.
I don't know.
Fucking bonza.
I think he abducted a woman and raped and killed her.
Wait, what, the actor?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, also, I think he was in like the first UFCs and got the shit punched out of his dick. I don't know if those two things are necessarily related, but those, like, you know, there's only those 2 points of information. Whenever someone says odd job, my brain goes dick punching and raped and murdered a woman. And I was like, oh yeah, it just fires, you know.
That's really good. So we're in the garage today, where this is a little update video. This is your weekly update. It's a bit ghetto this week.
Doing my best.
It's been a week. Holy shit, it's
will,
been
yeah.
a week. Fuck me.
Well, Aaron's, yeah, you tell your part first.
So, I had a tooth out a few weeks ago on the top that I was having issues with. Then I had another tooth that had a root infection. That was not good. I couldn't sleep. I was screaming in agony. I was crying. It was the most pain I've ever been in. And like I have back chronic pain issues.
Yeah.
So that says something.
I feel like we should GoFundMe you some novelty dentures.
I mean, wait till I get the rest out. That's the thing. Once COVID's over, because at the moment you can only go dentist for emergencies, basically.
Yeah.
So that's
Tell
classified as
them
an
about your
emergency.
dentist.
So my dentist is this 7-foot Russian dude who looks scary as fuck, but he's really nice and like lovely. But like he gets me in the chair and he's like, "What is your name? What is your name?" And I'm like, "Bro, you pulled my tooth last week. You don't remember?" He's like, "Oh yes, yes. What is your name still?" And I'm like,
Lies.
I'm like Aaron. He's like, "Eh?" I'm like Aaron, and he obviously can't say it.
That's
'Cause, like,
probably
it's
a
too
really
hard to say in his
bad.
dialect or
Yeah,
something.
like well like
So he goes,
it sounds like a
I call you Ari.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, fucking call me whatever, man. Just pull this thing out of my mouth. And so he's like, we do X-ray, and they did an X-ray, and they're like, he's like, holy shit. Like he didn't say that, but he was like, this is infected.
He said holy shit in
He's
Russian.
like, if you left this longer, you'd need to go to hospital and have surgery. Like this is fucked. And I was like, all right, we'll pull it out. So he puts a needle in, and he's like, you might feel pressure. And I'm like, I know that I've had teeth pulled. And he's like, and I just feel pain, fucking pain. I'm like, nope, that's not it, chief. Needle me again. Shink. 2, no, 2's not enough. 3, shink, all around the mouth, just shink, 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 like jabbing me, and I'm just like, numb. And he still does it, and I'm like screaming as he's pulling it out. I'm just like,
I do love some of what is ostensibly supposed to be a sophisticated piece of, you know, operation.
Yeah.
A sophisticated operation. It's like we're not fucking tying your tooth to a donkey anymore,
No.
you know?
No.
But it's just like it still boils down to some dude with his foot up on something with some pliers, just wrenching it. Like it's almost nice to know that elements of that are still part of dealing with the human body. Because like otherwise it's like, oh, what happens now? Well, we've hooked this surgeon up to a virtual reality machine, and he controls robot fingers that are like the size of ants' mandibles, and it's like, oh yeah, that computes. It's hammer and tongs, just.
It's something that does inherently appeal to that human nature of me, that we can fix it with tools.
Yeah,
we can fix you. Whereas,
like,
you know,
in a
the
pinch,
future,
I
it's
can
like,
do that.
What can we, you know, we might kill cancer by shrinking down and jumping in the body, and it becomes all this complicated that I don't understand.
Yeah.
But you know,
No
hey
one's-
motherfucker,
yeah.
your tooth is broken. Pull it out.
No one's pulling a tumor out with like just the fucking tongs.
We need operation.
Like,
that
yeah,
needs to be real.
Because There could be a time where, like, I don't know, out in the middle of Australia or something, and your tooth was fucked. And
Yeah.
so I was like, well, it's got to come out. It's like, well, okay. And I just get the pliers out. And then that's just it. I'm performing dental surgery to Aaron, like, in the desert.
So I was fucked.
I'm looking forward to that.
It hurt so much. Like, I having a root infection is one of the worst things out. I'm still getting over it. I'm not better. Like, talking hurts. My jaw hurts. It feels like I've been hit by a 2x4, and they said, for a week, you're going to feel like someone punched you in the face. And I'm like, bruh, like, could we not? Could we really not? So the fucking guy's like, Eddie, you're a wizard. Fucking pull your tooth out. I'm like, bruh, could you, like, please? But yeah, he pulled it out. He's actually really good.
Oh, yeah, no.
He's insanely good. Like, most people that have pulled teeth struggle to pull my teeth. They're very long, they're very strong. And they can't pull them without breaking.
Get the friction on.
But yeah, he got it out without breaking it, and I looked at it and I'm like, that's what? He was like, yeah. So yeah, that fucked me. Then my mum, who recently has gone through a divorce, was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. For those who don't know what that is, it is a autoimmune disease that targets nerves and pain and stuff like. It's basically chronic pain, the disease. Mum's had bad issues with migraines and nerves for ages, and it's been getting worse. So it can be inherently 8 times stronger to get it if it's not something that does pass down necessarily, but there is a good chance that I have it, and a lot of my symptoms line up with that. So
that makes sense.
It would make sense. So hopefully, like, I'm gonna go see the same pain specialist she did, and like consult my actual other GP and see if like maybe I can get some more pain relief that's in line with what I've got.
Heroin.
And then when it rains, it pours, Gabriel.
It fucking does.
So the streaming/recording PC I use,
yeah. So in
we
order
use for us,
I want to stress this. So you know, if you go back and watch some of our very first fucking videos, the audio is shit, and the video is usually fairly shit because we're using like a Lenovo webcam and just a fucking thing in the room. Like just a microphone sitting like right here.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're just using the phone's microphone because we don't have, I haven't got the fucking stuff set up yet. But so, what happened was, Aaron's, built like, you can't basically upload or record with the speed, with the, like, what is it, 4K at some point now we're uploading?
I've done some 4K recordings.
Yeah, so like, some of them are like 1440, but even just 1080, even just having like basic quality recording while playing maybe like something like Resident Evil that is going to take a dedicated quantity of the PC's resources is just not fundamentally viable.
Yeah.
So what we had was we had Aaron's primary gaming PC, which is just his gaming PC, and then Aaron built a second PC, which is the actual PC that does the recording. So you basically got them hooked up together, and you need both in order to get anything that doesn't look like weird shit you've recorded in a basement area.
It's a standard we've built, and that's the routine and everything. Now the problem with this PC is I've always been upgrading it. I've never done a dedicated build on it. It's always been shit, something broke.
Yeah, so
upgrade slight bits of it. So the last build we did was a Ryzen. It was a first gen Ryzen, and the first gen Ryzen's had a lot of issues, and those issues would rear its head, and they've kept going, till a point where I went through fucking 2 lots of RAM on it, a motherboard replacement, and now this motherboard's carked it as well. It appears that there's a timing fault in the motherboard, which is just causing shit and wrong voltages, and it looks like it shorted out the RAM thing, so that's fucked. However, I ordered replacement parts. I replaced that, got it all done, except it's COVID. So usually when you order something from the local PC store we use, you order it, and within 2 hours, it's there. It's ready to pick up. They've dispatched it from the warehouse.
Well, just a little background on the PC place that we go to is it's not a customer service place. You order something online, they send you an email, you walk in, someone with 0 social skills gives you the thing, you leave. There is very little in the way of, it's not like a shop you walk in, you pick up a thing and you go, oh, ooh.
I want this.
You wander out. They've kind of begrudgingly added a section for that, but it is not what the system's built around.
Yeah.
And it's kind of mysterious, this place, because I've never seen the back of it. But I swear to God, it's just like this massive, just unsorted pile of like various fucking parts.
I think it's the Play School windows.
Yeah.
Hundreds of Play School windows, and every time they want something, is it in the square window? Not
Square
today,
window.
Johnny.
Because I've been there first thing in the morning, and again, like if you go in up before you've got your fucking it's ready email, that's on you. But I've been there first thing in the morning after getting like the email because I ordered like the night before.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's come in and I'm like, well, I can't bother going at like, 10 to 5. So I'll wait till the next day. In there first thing in the morning, nobody else is there waiting. And it still takes the same amount of time for them to go, because you go and you type in a thing and then you wait. It's never just there. It is never just there. It's always the same amount of time if you're there when nobody's around or if you're there when there's 30 fucking people in the joint. And it's just, among people who, in Brisbane who are buying parts and doing all this shit, it's its own kind of meme. Like this place just has that kind of like little eccentricities and idiosyncrasies.
Yeah, it's bizarre because, so this is what happened. I ordered yesterday at about midday. I came over to Gabe's house, we hung out for a bit, did some stuff we needed to do when his dad's house, helped him out with something. And I was just waiting for the email. I was waiting for the confirmation email because at the moment they say, don't come in.
Yeah.
Usually you could just go in, even if you hadn't got that confirmation, type it in, you could just still sit there and wait.
To their credit, they're being very good with
COVID, that's good.
Spacing.
That's 100% fucking great. Except the thing that fucking cucks me is like literally, I like 5 things. I ordered a processor, RAM, a PSU, motherboard, and thermal paste.
Yeah, and honestly,
that's it.
That sounds like a lot, but that still generally wouldn't take usually more than the 2 hours.
No, so I call them up near the end of the day, and I sit on hold. For how long was I on hold? Half an hour, 40 minutes. I was still,
fucking ages.
I was still on hold.
Yeah, no, you were on hold.
It was another 10 minutes.
Probably it was over half an hour because we were watching episodes of Reno. Yeah, we're watching Reno 911. It went at least like an episode and a half.
It would have taken about 45 minutes, 50 minutes before someone picked up. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like an update on this order, blah, blah. And they're like, yes, blah, blah. And they're like, yes, okay, we can see that like 3 of the items have been pulled from the warehouse. And I'm like, excuse me? And then she told me the parts. And I'm like, the things that are missing are the thermal paste, the motherboard, and the PSU.
I mean, I have some spare thermal.
And it's like, no, the thermal paste isn't like, it's not a deal breaker, but the fact is, it's fucking thermal paste. It's literally, they have big boxes of that just shit. Because they're all just the little fucking tubes.
Yeah, one time I asked him about like a motherboard speaker just for the, boot.
Yeah.
And they just gave me one for free. Like a dude went away and came back.
Yeah, exactly. They've got shit like that.
So it's like, you gotta pay like for the good stuff, you might pay a bit, but yeah, there's just big tubs of it.
She's like, sorry for the COVID. I'm like,
where is it?
I'm like, look, it happens, blah, blah. Like, it's not the lady's fault. She's at head office. She's not even in the store. So like, there's no point in getting frustrated or anything because it's not gonna lead to anything. So I said, well, can we expect it? She's like, well, hopefully tomorrow, blah, blah. So I call back today. I wake up. It's past midday. Still nothing. So I call. I'm on hold for fucking an hour before I get someone and told pretty much the same thing, except they've picked the thermal paste now, Gabriel. So everything's there ready at the counter except the fucking Mobo and
Which
the
is
PSU.
kind of an important. Yeah,
the two like.
I love that they were like, should we better get on this guy's order? Quick,
thermal paste.
Find the thermal paste.
So they said, hopefully today, if not tomorrow. And I'm just like, but can't guarantee anything. And I'm like,
and bear in mind, okay, when we say warehouse, we're not talking like a thing at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No,
like,
it's
I know that you
literally
might
behind the store.
Yeah, like it's...
As far as I know, anyway.
We have, well, I mean, if it's in another suburb, that would explain a lot. Like if
they
go
go
out back,
secret back exit.
Yeah, someone gets on a little tricycle and just goes off.
They have a precarious ramp with a fucking 2x4 over a creek.
Yeah, because again, I understand if there's a pile up, if there's a lot of people suddenly all wanting stuff, but again, they have a process where they tell you when the order's ready.
The thing that blows my mind the most about it that I can't sort of come to grips with is it's COVID. So they've stopped all people coming into the store.
Which should, if anything...
Which was 70% of their customer service because they had people there who would sit there and help you. If you came in and go, I want to build a computer, they go, okay, here's our
It was
part,
also
blah, blah, blah.
the bulk of the distraction.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is like when there's people just wandering in, and they will deal with them now, it's just, that's... When I was in there, I fucking decided fuck it because I needed an adapter for my arcade machine. And I went in like the day that the government was like, you should start social distancing. Like, not anything official. Like, this is kind of like, back around, I think before the start of April even. But like, so there was just this tension because the place was crowded. So it's like, 20 odd people in this space not really designed for 20 odd people crammed in there. And there's that kind of tension where just everybody knows. It's like, fuck, I just need a bit. Just let me get the fuck out of here, please. And while there's this horrid tension of people just waiting the mystery time for their fucking shit to be pulled out of the, abyss, a bald, middle-aged dude who kind of looked a bit like your dad. So not bald, middle-aged accountant, bald, middle-aged blokey.
Yeah.
Walked in with a ram chip in a plastic fucking baggie, held it aloft, and said, "Is there anyone I can see about fixing this?"
Oh,
and
cream.
it just, yes, it's one of those things where like, the situation could have gotten worse a million ways. Like someone herniated a bunch of blood and then died. You know, that's one thing. But this, we all thought the tension couldn't get worse. And then just the tension just got comically fucking worse. Just ram in a baggie. And like, I wasn't sure. There was no guarantee he'd bought that there.
Yeah,
that's
just had a ram in a baggie.
I've seen lots of shit in baggies. I have never seen ram in a fucking baggie. That was one of those ones where even though it was potentially directly inconveniencing my life, I had to just like the creamy goodness of the fucking absurdity of that situation was just like, yes. So that and watching everyone pump the empty hand sanitizer thing.
So yeah, it's odd because there's two things that this tells me. Either they just understaff their warehouse like crazy, their back section.
It has to be that. Like, it has to be just one person doing it.
With COVID, they're super understaffing. Because if all you're doing is online orders, wouldn't you just have your best view in the warehouse just constantly collecting?
Yeah, you have nothing. Again, like...
Because all the phone calls go to head office. So they don't even do calls at the stores.
It's weird.
Unless you get directed there for a reason.
Because again, and I want to stress this, if you went in and you ordered something in there and they were like, okay, that's going to take a minute, fine. But the point is you get emails that tell you it's ready and you go down and it's not just there. It's not in a pile waiting for you. They have to go get it. And that always takes 10 or 15 minutes.
It's bizarre.
And again, you know, if you tell me, okay, we need an Asus motherboard, you know, H10M, whatever the fuck motherboard. We need a fucking, you know, i7-9700K. We need like a fucking, you know, Big Dog's fat ass RAM chip. They should, you know, you
should be organized.
There'd be at least alphabetically.
Yeah.
Something. It's like,
no, it's just a big fucking pile.
I'll just go over to where the RAM lives. There's motherboards. That shouldn't take you that goddamn long. I don't know why it takes that long, and it seems to take that long independent of other variables. I know.
They're shady. They're shady as well because their website hides shit. Have you ever gone looking for the phone number? You click the contact us. Oh, yeah, and then you've got to click 2 extra links to get to the phone number from there. Because it's like, what is our phone number? Then you click it. And it's pretty much saying, do you really want our phone number?
Yeah, they don't want to
You can find it in the help center.
Well, see, that is 100% why I knew that no matter, regardless of whether you're right or wrong, calling the place is a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, because I said to Aaron, and Aaron's angry because it's taking longer than it should.
The only reason I called for a place like that is to get 2 notes on my account to say I've called twice and gone. And I was very polite both times. So just to get a nice, you know, touch of base.
Just a list of like.
So that way, if anything does happen and there's more shit, I can go, look, I've been in touch.
Again, you ordered
You know?
a motherboard in stock, and you know it's in stock.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's coming here via yak from like the mountain. Yeah. Like
here comes the Mobo delivery.
Asus is actually a small principality just next to India. Yeah. And it's a little known fact. Like China tried to run
They actually started trading for goat milk. Yeah. And that's how they got their fortune.
Yeah, and then they the monks just started making motherboards. They're just real fucking good at it. It's a patience
exercise. Like goat milk.
Yeah.
Gives them the brain juice, the brain power.
And the eyesight.
Yeah. So content will be lax for the next few days as I rebuild that PC.
I'll stream some fucking Streets of Rage remake.
No, don't do that. I want to play co-op.
Okay, well, no, not Streets of Rage remake. The Streets of Rage, not Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, okay.
The Streets of Rage remake.
You go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'll fill in some of the gaps.
Yeah, because I want to play full co-op.
Yeah, no, I want to play full co-op as well. But like, yeah, there'll be some gap fill.
Yeah. There's still an episode of Warrior that needs to go up. It was supposed to go up today, but for obvious reasons, I haven't got it edited. So that will...
Buddha broke.
That will hopefully go up today or tomorrow, depending when the new PC comes and I rebuild stuff. So fun. It's fun times. But COVID's relaxing on a lot of things.
If we can get it out of the country, then, and the best part is once it's out of if we can get it done locally, then racist Australians get to have all the fun in the world. because they get to just
I
lock the
know.
fucking place down. They've been dreaming about it for centuries. Like they're just like, that's it. Yeah, they get to just hopefully get that out of their system. It's like, you know, that'll be that. And then we get to act like normal. Like, once again, Australia gets to act like normal while the rest of the world burns. Did that during the last global financial crisis. Kevin Rudd gave us all $900 and we didn't have any
It
problems.
also kind of backfires on us occasionally, though. It's like when our country was on fire and just no one cared.
It was like, oh, fuck, Australia's actually on fire.
Dude, that was so bad.
I mean, it's on fire a lot.
And then
though.
Americans go, oh, it's not as bad as they make it out to be. It's like, cunt, there's videos of this whole shit gone. Like,
And to be fair though, it was on fire for a long time before we realized, oh, this is bad fire. Like, that's the problem. Is
That's
like
not
there's
good fire.
yeah,
It's bad fire.
there's the fires and then there's the bad fires. This was bad fire.
Yeah, it was bad. So yeah, with that relaxing, we're going back to normal. As many of you know, we have been recording over Discord, which has been a little bit of a lower quality than usual, but still fucking remarkably.
I think for
Well,
what I was
for what it
expecting,
does.
yeah, for what I was expecting, it was remarkably good. But yeah, we'll be back to being able to record in person. So we'll be getting that sorted.
We'll have to go adventuring again.
Yeah, well, that
Huzzah!
fucking put the kibosh on that, because like part of what we were doing with the last little jaunt we did down to the markets was, you know, we recorded an awful lot, and some of you may have seen that. Like, Aaron put it like up for patrons, just basically the unedited footage of just that. The goal was, you know, we were going to get together and sit down, go through it, take the bits out we wanted, put, you know, bridging elements in, you know, actually neaten it up and make it look like a genuine production.
Yeah.
And you know,
graphics
again,
and shit. And...
yeah, we just haven't been capable of doing that. Like, I downloaded it and had a look through, but it's just like it needs to be done between the two of us. There's just no point otherwise.
It would be
otherwise it's me describing
Disney, it would be a Disney fucking EA Star Wars situation where I want this changed. All right, 3 days later, it's changed. No, but I don't like this now. So like working like that on
it'd be writing on Facebook trying to describe what I want. This is like,
it's not good.
Just gonna
it's not good.
I can't just sit there and go, okay, yeah, cut this bit here, and then we'll say two things, and then we'll fade it back in.
So yeah, you might have noticed that there's ads on the channel as well. In this downtime over the weekend, what I've been doing is I've been stockpiling, downloading episodes, which will be put up on the second channel as hidden links for patrons only. These will be the ones without ads. This link will also be posted on Patreon and Discord, wherever it is for people to subscribe to that channel.
Wherever the people who matter congregate.
Exactly. So the ads so far, I have seen an increase in interactivity. So that's good already.
It's fucked that you had to do that to get...
Because I suspected it for a long time and I did lots of research, and from just whatever thing I could see is if you have ads, you get pushed up. Discoverability.
Because we earn them money now.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so fucked, but it's just something we had to do because we just weren't growing. And now it's starting to tick up, so hopefully good shit. Most people seem to have been enjoying the content of late and the sort of path we're going down, so it's just going to keep continuing, just with more. And like, I was so excited to do the in real life stuff. Like, I love
Aaron's been going on about this for like a year.
Dude, it was so good though. Like, everyone's going to the market.
The frustrating thing is, I really want to go back to that market.
I know.
Like, I really want to go to that fucking game store, because like, I'm just thinking of all the other shit I could get. Like, because part of like, one thing I really want to do is like, I want to mod a Sega Master System pad. To be like a Bluetooth pad. I think it was buy the parts to do that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I'll do it. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna bring them all their old Xboxes. If we get $2, I don't care. They're just in my house.
Like, they might as well go somewhere that might do something.
I'll trade you these for one Kalamahoo. There's some good things in that store I'd buy.
There's a lot. Like, it's got some stuff. Like, it's got stuff that mightn't be useful, but your brain just goes, oh, I want that.
I also want to do a pawn shop episode where we just visit as many pawn shops as possible.
Yeah.
Because there are some interesting pawn shops out there, especially the like local ones that are
the absolute best ones you want to go to are the not cash converters, because cash converters people will A, organize, and B, will look shit up on the internet. You go to one of these, you go to actual like little fucking places run by an old guy. If you find the 10%, if you find the 90 that don't, because those are the ones I like going to. I like going to like op shops, places that are legit like off the map stuff.
Yeah.
And the good thing is in Brisbane there's lots of those. Bribey Island has got some fucking crackers.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Brisbane's got some weird fucking shit.
Weird shops, dude.
Just basically a pile that you can crawl through.
Yeah.
So that'll be like hopefully after this sort of settles down, that could be one you can do even in slightly reduced stuff. It's we can just go looking at op shops.
Yeah, absolutely. And like there's like just things I wanted to do, like go to the street I grew up on that was attached to Parkland and all that sort of stuff, and just that sort of shit. See where I got traumatized by that magpie. We'll see where I lit fires.
This is where I light fires.
There was a spot where I lit fires, and I got a thorn went in my foot, and it was like that big, and it went in and it grew over.
Yeah.
And like 6 months later, it pushed its way out again.
You gave birth.
So yeah, like out of my
Daddy.
foot, like I was digging it. I'm like, that's not. Why is there a column? What the fuck is this? And like, we ended up going to the doctor, and they pull it out. It's a giant thorn. My mum got so upset because my grandmother told me it's nothing. It's nothing. Stop me complaining. And it's like there was a thorn this big in my foot.
Yeah, that's weird because I had like the exact opposite grandma. Like, well, I had opposite grandma for everything was something. So you couldn't tell grandma about like the new hole that you'd torn in yourself, because it would just be like, and she'd want to like rub it with that blue thing old people used to put in like the fucking, it's just like old Australian fucking solutions. To be fair, the blue thing did work on bee stings, so I do have to credit that.
Just pee on it.
Just piss on it. All right, well that can be.
Wait, one more grandma story.
Okay.
I remember riding to school for one of the first times, and mum and dad couldn't do it, and I wanted to do it so bad, so grandma did. Didn't even get off our street before she went over the handlebars. Like, not even like a small, like full tilt over the handlebars.
I wish phone cams were around when your grandma was.
Dude, she was on a racing bike, like a street bike, like with the thin tires and shit.
Yeah.
So she hit just like a little rock that's just slightly wrong, and she was gone. It's like, next time maybe we should buy grandma like a mountain bike, something that's not gonna just fall over.
Yeah, no, that's... Someone should have thought that.
That was traumatic, to be honest. That was like my first day ride to school, and grandma's down. Grandma's down! Although she was my Austrian, so she was Oma.
That's just more stories there. But we'll get to those in another update.
See ya.
Bye.